So this is kind of a learning video for myself, and I thought I would do something I thought would be a fairly easy topic. We're in currently in May. Today is we're in Mesa, Arizona. It's July 7th. I think the day high is going to be 110 degrees, and we're at an RV park here. We're here for some family business and some regular business. So unfortunately, we got to be here when it's the hottest 2 months of the year, and Arizona is July and August. Hopefully we're not here that long, but we're here right now. And I thought I'd do a video, just a short video on RVing in extreme heat. So Arizona, if anything, is known for its sun. In fact, the Phoenix area is called the Valley of the Sun. It's the light here is more intense than pretty much anywhere else in the country, and well, maybe except for some of the Mojave area deserts in California. But Phoenix gets pretty hot, and I thought we'd play around with a Fluke meter today. This is a DVM. It's by Fluke, and I can share this is available on Amazon, and I'll share a link with you. It's a pretty good voltmeter for in general house use or for your business or job. And what I'm going to do today is this particular meter, it not just measures AC voltage and DC voltage, it also has another little feature where you can actually take these probes off. Put them back here. You can put this little temp probe on, flip it to temperature mode, and it will give you temperature in either Celsius or Fahrenheit. And you can see that's about how hot it is. See if I can angle that right. I'm looking at my phone here, but what GoPro is looking at. So it's about 87.1, 0.2. Pretty warm in here. And that's with the air conditioner running pretty much non-stop. In fact, it will only cycle on and off. It has a thermostat over there that I can set to, and it's set to about 76. But about 8 o'clock in the morning, it's hot enough outside that the air conditioner will kick on and not turn off until the sun goes down. That's how hot it is outside. And it's just barely able to keep it around 86.7, 89, 87 degrees, somewhere around there. It varies. If I run something on the stove, it'll get a little warmer in here, and then I turn the stove off, it'll cool back down to around 86.7, 0.8, and keep it around there. And that's about as best it can do. If the day gets a little hotter, it'll probably go up in here a little hotter as well. And that's because this particular rig, it's a Heartland 30-foot travel trailer, the bunkhouse model, and it has just one 13,000 BTU AC unit on the roof. And for Arizona, that's one AC unit really isn't quite enough to keep it cool enough that the thermostat can actually cycle on and off. And this is an insulated model. It's a winterized version, so it does help a little bit, but it's pretty hot outside, so it's pretty hard to keep it cool. I have to keep the blinds down because if you raise them up, the heat coming in through the windows is so high it cannot regulate at all, and it'll quickly be 100 degrees in here. So we actually keep the blinds down, and that helps to insulate around the windows as best. You could put stuff in the windows, but that, then you can't look out, and hopefully we're not going to be here too long. So just keep the blinds down for now, and go from there. Anyway, so I thought we'd have some fun today with the meter in Arizona to see what things you can learn about RVing in extreme temperatures. So stay tuned. All right, I'm going to try this little head cam, little head mount for the GoPro. See my Fluke meter. Okay, here's my probe. We're gonna go outside and look at a few things. One of the things about being in Arizona is the sunlight is extremely bright. Even with sunglasses, it doesn't do a very good job. In fact, I'm going to bring the awning out a little bit more here. If you are a RV manufacturer and you're watching this video, I know you guys build these things in Indiana and places like that. Black is the absolute wrong color for an awning. Or for anything on the roof of the RV. That's one of the things I want to just point out real quick is that let's see if we can see it here. If I come around here, you can see the AC unit there. It's black. I know at a time they're normally white. White is a much better color than black. Due to black body radiation, the UV is absorbed right into the material, And this RV canvas will not last very long in the sunlight being black like that. In fact, if I just stick my temperature probe, try to stick it up here somewhere, even on the back side of it. Let's see if I can get it up there and look at the temperature. I'm just gonna get it up there, 126, 128. It's still climbing. I mean, you can see it's really hot. And I bet I wouldn't be surprised to see that thing go to 150, 160 degrees in the sunlight. If I could just stick a probe up there for a little while. See what it gets up to here. 130, 131, 33. You can see that's really, really hot for a 135, 136. This thing should be white, not black. So you know, back out west in the Midwest, it may not get that intense, and maybe because of the clouds and skies you can have black things on your roof, but not in Arizona or anywhere out west. So here, I'm gonna just put this in my vehicle here, see if I can do this. Just gonna stick the probe inside the truck and just get the idea of how hot it is inside that truck. And I think what we'll do is I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute. It's so hot out here that even the LCD will turn black if I leave it outside too long. But I'll leave it for a few minutes. We'll just see what the temperature gets up to. All right, here we are. You can see it's about I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty hard to see. It's about 128 after a few minutes in the truck. That's not too bad. Actually, you can get up quite a bit more than that. We do have some clouds in the sky. I do apologize for the wind noise. I'm trying to stay out of it there. You see those clouds there? That's monsoon weather. This is July and August. Begins the monsoon season. So you might think Arizona's dry heat, but in the monsoon weather, the humidity goes up. So it'll be 115 plus high humidity. Some of the other things here you can see is, for instance, my water hose here. I try to keep it tucked underneath the trailer to try to keep the sun off of it, because it will actually get scorching hot if it is left out in the sunlight. And it'd be hotter than the water coming through the water heater. So in fact, give you an idea of the temperature of the water here. I do apologize for the air conditioner noise of the RV. That's not much I can do about it. So here's our Fluke. Let's stick our probe here in the water and see what it's up to. You can see it's about, let me get up in the stream here, about 101, 99, 101, and that is the cold. That is not the hot water. 102, that's the cold water coming out of the faucet, and that's after I've circulated the water through the hose. So this is what's coming out of the ground. So you can see here, you really you don't even need to run your hot water heater. You can take a hot shower on the cold water. All right, here we are once again. I let it sit out here for a few minutes, kind of level out. And I don't know if you can see that there, but it's about 107, 106 point. It's bounced around a little bit. It's the wind. There's a little bit of wind right now. We've probably passed the peak point of the heat today. So I just thought I would get the surface temperature of this thing out here. See if I can do this here. Set the needle here, a little bit of Scotch tape just to hold the probe down. Let's just get the surface temp. That's all I want to do. I want to see how hot that thing is. And oops, so wire probe is sometimes very uncooperative. So let's just leave that there for a minute. See how hot she gets. All right. See, I'll give it a couple of minutes, but it looks like it's still coming up. 137. I mean, that's the surface temperature of this LP gas cover here. You can see it's not just heat, it's the UV that is real intense, and it's absorbing it and changing it that from black to a white up to 140. Yeah, it gets pretty hot out here on things that are getting struck by the sunlight. So when you see the temperatures advertised, it's like advertising like 110 for the high. Oops, probe just fell out here. That's in the shade. That's a temperature measurement in the shade. Will be 110. And the sunlight is going to be quite a bit higher than that. So, because the sunlight is very intense in Arizona. All right. I apologize, it's a little loud in here with the air conditioner. Once again, it's difficult to turn that off and do any kind of recording and actually be in this trailer. Arizona is so hot, it's called the land of air conditioning for a reason. If your air conditioner goes out in Arizona, you have to move out. You cannot remain in the house. It will push you out because it just get too hot to be in there, and that's the case with this thing if I turn the AC off. So I think that concludes today here. I'm just going to go outside and wrap this up. You can see here, if I just look around at this RV park, it's pretty bare. Most of the spots are empty, and understandably so. Most of your winter visitors are not here this time of year. They're somewhere cooler. Where I wish we could be. But we've got to be here for now. So it's an interesting video, figuring out how to make your RV survive in the extreme heat. You definitely need to be plugged in. If I was down here, I don't know, we'd be sleeping outside probably if we were trying to camp down here in the desert. We joke often, you know, when the founders were founding these cities, like, why on earth did they come down here instead of staying up in Flagstaff or Payson or somewhere where it's wooded and the high temperatures are in the 86-degree range and the lows are in the 60s in the summertime, and instead they built a metropolis down here. And the answer is farming. They come down here for farming. There is a water source here and a couple of rivers, and you can irrigate and have pretty much a growing season year round with no real winter. So, but for those that aren't in that, you are relying on air conditioning to get by down here. Hope you enjoyed our first video, and we'll see you soon.